Guys, what's up? This is the McAllister's podcast. I'm your host, as always, Cole McAllister. Today, before we start the episode, I just wanted to give a little acknowledgement to the fact that we have been gone for a number of weeks now. I believe up to like 3 weeks. There's just been no podcast, no Patreon, no episodes, no nothing. And the reason for this is I've just been extremely busy with school. So for everybody that is tuning in now and still continuing to support the pod, while we've been on kind of this hiatus, I really appreciate you guys. You are the blood to the organism that is the podcast. So yes, please keep supporting. You guys are fucking awesome. And you know, I'm not gonna lie, the April month is always slow, historically always slow for the podcast. People are just busy in the month of April. I don't know what it is. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that performances start ramping up in May. You know, for us, you know, primarily having artists on, or, you know, people who are in film or education, you know, that is a busy time of the year for them as well. So April is just always just such a dead month. I think in the future we need to plan that more accordingly. But anyways, long story short, things have been busy. But we're here, we're back. We're going to be having more consistent episodes. When May hits, for sure, we're going to be stacked. I mean, we're going to have so many episodes, you're not even going to know what the fuck to do with yourself. So without further ado, here are the sponsors. Guys, first thing I want to talk about is a brand new album from a friend of the show. His name's Obs. You guys know him. You love him. He's been on the show numerous times. One of the smartest people that we've probably ever had on the show. Just dropped his new album. Sometimes I wish I kept my eyes closed. It's about a lot of it. I mean, it's about a lot of different things, but I mean, the main theme is about the death of his brother, which happened about a year ago. I think we actually filmed the music video for that. Happy. I think me and him filmed that about a year ago. But it kind of was on hiatus for a little bit, and I pushed him, I nudged him, and he finally put it out on stream. And oh my god, I think it's his best project to date. Fight for My Life, F4ML, one of the last albums on the track. I mean, I was literally crying to that listening to that yesterday. It just hits. I mean, there are just tracks in this album that hit you like a pile of bricks. So please go check this out. Here's a little short sample from the album right here.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, tell me who's the highest. Mirror, mirror on the wall, please tell me who's the flyest. Mirror, mirror on the wall, can you give me guidance? Can you give me guidance? Do you know what the Midwest is? Young and restless, young and reckless. Shorties making gun investments. Rung a weapon, bullet blew his tongue and chest. And craving heavy liquor, alcoholic lungs ingesting rum.
Guys, are you trying to find your next spot for a show or event? Look no further, because Stvcksbvby Productions is here to help. If you're looking for a solid team of people to get you started with your next performance or event, this is the company to contact. They've always been busy and in motion behind the scenes in the Midwest, and they always have plenty of shows lined up. So what the fuck are you waiting for? Head over to Stvcksbvby Productions' Facebook page for all of your needs today.
Here's another question. What do you think is the most money someone has ever paid to be pissed on? It's got to be a high amount, right?
Way too fucking much.
Some CEO or some shit.
Okay,
Six figs.
Look,
Somebody's
man.
paid 6 figs.
Look, man. Look, man. Hey. I heard some crazy shit from some bitches that do OnlyFans stuff, but, bro, we would never know because you got to get it out of R. Kelly himself, bro.
R. Kelly's the piss god.
What are you
advocating for? Did he actually pay for it though? Did he actually pay for it, or I think he was just?
Hey, man.
I think he was just a kidnapped.
Who knows?
Yeah,
He might be right there. He was like a real pimp, like a criminal pimp was like how he operated. Did you guys watch that documentary?
I watched
sex
doc.
Offender.
It's a crazy,
not a good person.
R. Kelly was genuinely a
what's
sex
fucked up
offender.
is that was a conspiracy theory. Back then, there was a point in time where if you said that, you were crazy. Like if you thought that, like people like believed R. Kelly was innocent for the longest time.
Yeah. That shit was crazy when that was going down. Now everybody's kind of like,
the first stage is denial.
You know what's cringe? The motherfuckers who are still like, yeah, you know, R. Kelly, it wasn't. It wasn't that bad.
It's like, what are you?
Come on, you guys are kind of pissed.
No. I love it. Hey man, he ain't pissed on me, so shit. I still listen to his music.
That's the number one fucking.
Hey man,
people are like,
shoot me.
Piss on me.
Yeah, shoot me.
I'm okay with it.
Hey, that ain't my problem, bro. I still listen to music. I listen to it.
His music's still good. He ain't pissing.
Hey, it's creepy as fuck if you look back at his actual music. He has a song that says, "Don't you say no tonight." And back then, songs like that came out, and everyone's vibing.
They're like,
"Say no tonight." But you had no idea what the fuck you were dancing to back then. It's like
So
you look at the
yeah.
albums, and it all makes sense. It's like, oh my god.
Dude. The whole time he's just serenading you about pissing on little girls.
Guys, let's get this podcast started off. This is the Couch Stars podcast.
Oh, we missed some crazy content if we haven't started.
No, we'll keep that in. We'll keep it all in. No, we're not CNN, man. We don't edit. Fox or Fox. Yes,
Good
let's
Lord.
not be biased here. They're just the first ones I think of. Anyways, guys, Stvcksbvby, you remember him? He's a returning guest, joined
What's
with
good?
Kevin. Again, what's your last name? What's your
It's
full-
Schreur. I got a weird ass Dutch last name.
Oh, you're Dutch? Hey, I'm from I grew up in Orange City.
Oh, okay, right on. I've
yeah.
been there many times.
You ever been
Got
on
family
Hella,
there.
dude?
Oh, you do? What? Sorry, what did you say your last name was?
It's Schreur. So
I'm not
it's
familiar with
spelled
Schreur.
Schreur.
I mean, that sounds Dutch as fuck, but like, I'm
Hey,
not.
how fucked up is
Sure,
that?
I'm not familiar.
Shermanator.
Shermanator.
The coolest Snapchat ever, bro.
Or no, Shermanator is Snapchat, and then on Instagram it's sure shit.
Yeah, that's
He had to find something cooler because he had that lame ass Dutch name.
Dude, the Dutch is such a goofy ass culture. Like, what the fuck
It
were the
really
wooden
is.
shoes? Like, honestly, other Dutch people, what the fuck was that? Like, come on, how embarrassing.
Clogging.
I actually owned a pair of wooden shoes when I was 11.
Oh my god.
I wore those bitches around.
Okay.
Unironically, wore clogs?
So before we get into this, we're also joined by Suni Boi, artist.
Hello, I'm Suni Boi. What's good?
Suni Boi. So sorry, quick story about wooden shoes. So I was in the marching band for the Dutch. That was our high school band team.
Nice.
And my junior year, we went to go march in the Pasadena Rose Bowl parade. Like, we won this this contest where we got to go.
Impressive.
Holy shit.
So I marched for 5.5 miles in wooden shoes. We had to wear like 3 pairs of socks, wearing all these Dutch costumes. But here's the bitch of it, man. So I get there to the thing. I take out my instrument, my case. I put my case, put it back on the bus. The bus drives off. I realize that I do not have a mouthpiece.
Oh,
I tried to pay someone to get borrow their mouthpiece. I was like, I'll give you like fucking $30 to like let me use your mouthpiece. My fucking leader was like, no, I'm not gonna let you do that. So I had to march for 5.5 miles in wooden shoes with a tuba, going a big ass marching tuba where I had to go up and down and up and down,
oh my god.
and didn't play a single note.
Why didn't he want you to have a mouthpiece?
Because I don't know, it wasn't fair or whatever. Because I fucked up.
Oh, that's some
Wooden clogs the
bullshit.
entire time.
Dude,
Yeah.
how fucked up were your feet?
He
after that?
negated capitalism, and I'm not a fan of that. He should have let that free market fucking emerge and let me say, "Hey,
Oh,
man,
this
I'll
is
give you
gonna be a
something
good
more worth.
podcast.
I'll give you $30." Yeah, this is where this is going. No, but
This is gonna be a good podcast.
we got in and out at the end of it, and I remember sitting on the bus alone, like just eating in and out, literally wanting to kill myself.
Yeah, again,
This was hyped up for like years, for
again,
years.
Fuck Dutch people.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
Wooden shoes are some dorky bullshit.
Yeah,
Clogs are the
it's a
most
cult,
insane
man.
bullshit ever invented by fucking mankind. I know that shit's gotta hurt like a bitch, bro.
You guys see
Well, that
tweet?
was fucking almost 10 years ago, so
Fuck
I'm
that.
over.
I did
Actually,
marching
yeah,
band
10
and
years
shit
ago.
when I was in high school, and like, never in clogs, bro. I could never do that shit in clogs.
Oh man, you guys see that tweet where it said "Spank Me Daddy" translated to Dutch is like "Gief in Kleep Papa" or something? And someone shared it saying like Dutch people aren't real.
I'm pretty sure I did the same thing with like German at one point, and it was very, very similar.
German at least sounds like rough. Like you sound like you could fuck someone up if you can speak German. Like it sounds tough. Still just weird. Dutch is just like straight up like goofy as hell.
I've never heard somebody speak Dutch. Oh no, I've probably seen Dutch movies and shit, but I don't know. It's never like people. I went to the Two Fest. Some people would like say licks of it and shit. Be like, oh, it's like, I'm like, okay, cool. I don't give a fuck. You got a cell phone to translate that motherfucker? I don't give a shit.
Just leave the Google Translator open at all times for the whole movie.
Yeah, and every time I tell people I'm from that town, Orange City, they're like, "Oh, you're Dutch." I'm like, "Nah, I was a fucking immigrant. I'm fucking Irish, you know." Irish, Italian, like
there's like
Swiss mutt.
Never mind.
Was not Dutch. So you guys have an event that we've been talking about for quite some time. Why don't we just start the bit off talking about that? What do you guys got coming down the pipeline? What's it called again? What we're doing?
It's Midfest 23, so it's our second year throwing it, and it's north of Garner, Iowa. It's a small town. It's at my buddy's house. It's just like out in the country. He's got a big yard.
Oh, fun!
And we got a couple hundred people out there last year. Everybody had a great time. We had a lot of artists. A lot of people networked and stuff.
Yeah,
but the scene actually blew up a little bit because of that. Like, we had an impact.
Yeah.
So we're doing it again. We're really excited about it. It's going to be bigger and better this year.
Yeah, we know
what we're doing a little more this time.
Yeah, we got sponsors now. We got actual like vendors. We got actual like legit stuff going on with it this year. So, and a lot of artists that are coming from like states away, like up to like 6 hours away. So, we actually even have people flying all the way out from Jersey and Philly. So,
wow.
Like, damn. Like,
our headliner's coming all the way from Omaha. He's a really good dude. Shout out Jay Breed.
Shout out Jay Breed for real. Yeah, real man. That's the other part of it. This year we made a good little pocket last year, but this year this is more of like a donation because again, shout out Jay Breed. He's been through a lot of surgeries this year and stuff, heart related and things like that. So it's been really pricey and stuff. So whatever we make is really more just a donation to him, just to take care of a buddy, do something better too.
He's a really experienced veteran in the scene. A lot of the younger people look up to him. Yeah. He's a good influence too. So it's kind of our way of kind of thanking him.
Yeah,
he's definitely put the work in and deserves it. So
hell yeah,
he's really cool dude, man.
Oh yeah, we might as well announce this. So as of now, I'm going to be. I think we've decided that I'm going to be hosting actually the event. We're going to be doing a podcast at the beginning of it. I think we'll probably have at least you guys, and maybe we could have you too. I don't know. We haven't really talked about.
We'll do some quick interviews with artists and shit. Maybe get some good clips
do some
or whatever.
Maybe do someone else so he can prepare. Got him now.
Right now, brain soup.
No, but we got a lot of like really cool people like involved this year. Like, a lot of communities really came together to like really do some things, and a lot of the artists did a lot of that work. So like shout out to all of them. But we got people come from all over. So like I feel like it's gonna be a lot more interesting this year. It's gonna be a lot more professional, but it's still gonna be fun. Like last year was that shit was so fun. Like it was very long, but it was so much fun, and it impacted a lot of people.
I think I started drinking at like 3 or 4 that day. We started setting up, and I was still going at midnight. I think I stayed up probably till like 3 a.m. before I finally fell asleep.
It was definitely lit. It was. I think we yeah. It really was, but I mean, we had like a couple of grills and stuff, and some minor things set up. But like this year, we actually have stuff going together. This year, we actually have like people coming making food, people that are selling merchandise, people that are
food vendors
selling, doing concessions, different other things involved with it. You hosting, we'll be involved with, the artists and stuff like that. Like it's gonna be a lot more involved this year.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
So it's still kind of the fun aspect, but a little more networking.
And when is it? You said
May 20th.
Wow, it's coming up.
It's coming next month, end of next month. Yeah.
Okay, starts at 3 p.m.
I thought you had till July.
Starts pretty early. Prizes. We're handing out prizes from Prime Liquor in Mason City. We're sponsoring the event.
And then we actually have a couple others that might
from
be
3 to 5.
22, yeah. We got door prizes, possibly a raffle. Still a couple of things in the works, but everything is go mode. So
yeah, I got a raffle prize already. I just got a blank skateboard deck, and I got a tattoo artist from here in Des Moines. Shout out to Karina. She's gonna be painting that for us, so it should be a sweet raffle prize. Probably $2 a ticket, and there's gonna be a lot of skaters there. Because we're gonna get a mini ramp too. We're gonna.
Oh wow! This is like a whole event. Like for like this. Look, we haven't called Midfest because it is Midwest Festival, and like I feel like there's just, especially after COVID, there's just not a lot of recognition out here unless you live like in one of the major cities in the Midwest. So like, I just know a lot of people in a lot of different places out here. Like even like Des Moines, we got artists coming from Des Moines and stuff. He's him, like, you know, like multiple other people. Like, I feel like it's just an opportunity to really give them that opportunity to showcase themselves. Whereas other places, they're gonna be like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay $200 a ticket, you know, things like that. We're not really in it for the money right now. We're building a base so we can make it into a bigger thing, because the amount of artists that we have hitting us up weekly now, like, bro, we could make this a 3-day event.
It was really
easily. Like,
what was easy about planning this year is like you basically like you have all these connections already, and then after you talk to them, and most of them wanted to come back, you got people coming to you. So it's like we really didn't have to do any work this year as far as like making connections.
They gave us a lot more time to really invest our time and process into doing all the extra stuff, like contacting with you and stuff, like. Because last year was getting artists to, you know, talk to their friends or this and that, whatever, trying to get everybody figured out where they got to be and yada, yada, yada. And this year we kind of already knew most artists. Now we got to bring in some extras, you know, some different guys. Some of them are a little more experienced. So.
Right, then next year hopefully it goes like even smoother. Like we've been learning stuff this year too, for sure. Mm-hmm. And then another reason to show up early. So from 3 to 5, we're handing out prizes, and then also we're going to be giving out free burgers and hot dogs.
Oh, and
damn! Suni Boi's performing first.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna open up the entire festival. So
hell yeah!
If people are gonna be there, they need to be there.
I'm looking forward to your set for sure.
I'm gonna set the bar, dude.
When you do that, do you think you're gonna be like now, or do you think you're gonna be like?
I could never do it.
Never mind. No, sorry. So, Suni Boi. So, tell me a little bit about your background. You said you're an artist. How long have you been doing this?
Dude, I've been making music since about 2016, I think. I started mixing everything on like Audacity, on like a super pirated.
Everybody's start.
Super pirated Audacity, free Audacity on a school laptop that I fucking absolutely ganked from them, and I never paid them for the fucking laptop, dude.
Cut that out.
Funny. We don't edit.
No,
how long ago was it?
Dude, that was 2016.
Yeah. We'll call it. We'll call it. What is it?
They're gonna come knocking at your door.
Excuse me, sir. Can I have that back, please?
We listen to that podcast, young man.
Yeah.
The Des Moines Police Department actually bugs this room, believe it or not.
I can believe it.
He's like, you see that hole over there?
They're always listening. They're in the walls.
Yeah, their taxpayer dogs are hard.
Those aren't actually like, those are, you know, recording cameras. Hidden.
You guys ever fuck with like gangster movies?
Like
mob
hell
movies?
yeah!
Oh yeah, I like the rap movies. I like all the biopics. You know?
Yeah.
Like the Tupac movie was good. The Biggie Smalls movie I love. Like
that actually was a pretty good movie. That was a pretty good movie too. Yeah.
8 Mile, of course. You know,
bro.
I've been rewatching The Sopranos.
Hell yeah,
that's been like my
Godfathers go crazy, dude.
But Godfathers are great. Yeah. Which one do you think's better, 1 or 2?
Dude, 2.
I agree. Everybody always says 1, but like 2 has such the beautiful juxtaposition between like the rise of Vito and like the fall of Michael.
I can tell you've thought about this a lot just by that one sentence. Yeah. I'm like, damn.
He was like, I'm ready. He was prepared.
No, that's
he was prepared.
That's no question, dude. Cinematic
I love
this. Cinematic greatness.
He knew exactly what it was.
I heard you say juxtaposition. I'm like, this motherfucker knows what's up. Like, I can't even try to argue on this one.
This guy's a prick.
He said, let me look that word up real quick. Hold up.
So is that your favorite movie of all time then?
No, I usually say Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction?
It's cliche.
It's a good choice.
And like honestly, I don't even watch it that much because like I've watched it so many times. But like I think Quentin Tarantino is such a like revolutionary director, and like that movie in particular just completely redefined like action movies and movies in general, but like just his style and everything. Like it's something that's like always been tried to be replicated forever.
Yeah.
And you know, like how he like pulled from like the French New Wave type of films and just like brought it like, and that's kind of what great artists do, right? Like they take an old idea, then like they just bring it back 30 years later.
Yeah,
and it's what a lot of people
need inspiration,
updated way.
Yeah, one of my favorite all-time quotes, Picasso: "Good artists copy, great artists steal." I'm
well,
100%
seriously, like
believer.
you make shit better. Like people always complain about like video games copying each other, but that's like how video games became great.
You
build
morph off it.
You build off the good stuff and turn it into something better.
Well, people do that anyway, right?
Actually, speaking on this, hold on. I just seen something about Diddy and Sting today on YouTube.
Oh, he pays him $5,000 a day.
No. Diddy has to pay because he didn't ask for the rights. Or he didn't get the approved rights for, what was that song?
I forget the song, but I think the deal is like he has to pay $5K every single day.
He has to pay Sting. Something. They made an agreement that he will pay Sting $2,000 every single day for the rest of his life. That's $730,000 a year. Jesus. In 10 years, he will pay $7 million.
Some crazy consequences.
That's insane. Like, but he even was like, yeah, he asked me after he did it. Like, well,
what the fuck?
He said they're good friends now, though.
It happens all the time.
He said they're good friends and shit.
God,
now,
he better
though,
be like buying him like wine or like, you know what I mean?
How much money does Diddy
I bet you he is like he's in the bills now, isn't he? Like,
is he that? Really?
I think he's over 100.
Is he like close
mils,
to? He's close to like Jay-Z numbers.
He has to be close at least.
Because Jay-Z is the richest rapper ever, right? Like nobody's even close to him. I don't think.
Yeah, he's
him and Dr. Dre.
Is Dr. Dre number 2?
Yeah, because of beats and he sold it to Monster.
Being a producer and
he
stuff.
really hasn't rapped a whole lot.
No, he can't. No, you know what he did?
He's good though.
No, you know what he did, bro. He did a whole thing this last summer on GTA, and it was cold, bro.
Really?
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that.
2001. That's one of my favorite rap albums ever.
Yeah.
I listened to that album all
I remember
the
me and my brother
time.
used to listen to that shit. Like he would. I was adopted, man, so like my parents were not cool with all that. So
Dude,
he would pick me up like, "Come get in the car. We're gonna go. I'm gonna show you something. I got a new CD today." Oh man, this is cold.
I got a story about parents not being cool with your music. I had a burnt Eminem CD with like a bunch of his old shit. You know that era where you were like writing with your Sharpie.
Oh yeah,
and all this
I remember that.
So,
I was making money off that in college.
so they found the CD in my car, and I used to always have to hide them. But they found that burnt CD in my car, and they listened to it. So they probably listened to some lyrics about Eminem shoving a gerbil in his ass. And yeah, my strict Christian parents, So I'm taking a nap, and they threw the shards of the CD in my face. And woke me up and they're like, "What is this?" And like yelling at me. Like, holy fuck.
That's hilarious.
And now like they're cool with me throwing a rap show, so we've made some progress there.
You think they're secretly like, we hope that he finds God, and we hope that he becomes a pastor.
Hope he becomes a better person.
When I was
just a phase.
It's not just a phase.
When I was growing up, my dad wanted one of 3 things for me. He wanted me to be a priest, and then in the army, and then a lawyer like him.
Ooh.
I was like, no.
Hard paths.
No.
That's a whole lot of school and a whole lot of suffering, my friend.
Yeah.
It is not Vietnam era anymore. Shit.
Just get forced into the military.
It's hard to say which is worse.
Whoopsie daisy.
It's hard to say which is worse, the military or the priesthood.
I don't know, man. They're both worse in such different ways.
One you're fighting for your life, and one you have to fuck little boys. Oh my God.
Well, I was gonna say, it depends. How early are you starting this priesthood?
You just started.
It could be a lot worse at a different
Start
point.
at the bottom of the
Dude,
chain, boy.
the black priests actually get a lot of pussy though, because they were like the rock stars of the church. Like they're fucking everybody's wives and stuff. And they have a big network of women they know. So
that's nothing in The Sopranos.
Cool.
In The Sopranos, the priest is like a piece of shit guy who just goes around like preys on like all these wives. He's like trying to sleep with them and shit. He's like cooking them. He's like, oh, your pasta's so great.
Mac energy right there, bro. Straight up. He's like, hey man, look, I might be one with God, but hey, I can be one with you too.
Reminds me of the YouTube video.
After church, like you see him shaking your wife's hand a little too long, and then he starts hugging you.
For a hug.
Like, what the fuck?
The side kids on the face and everything. Whoa, hey. Chill, my friend.
It's crazy how much has probably happened. Like the pastor banging everybody's wife.
Having a little ass cheek on the pew.
No. Hey, Friday. The pastor pulls up in the crib. Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So have you guys ever tried acid?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, man.
Oh, yeah. I want to hear this story. I want to hear this story.
Okay, man. At what point in time did I get sidetracked? Because I started talking about.
You were talking a lot before we started the podcast. As soon as we started the podcast, you kind of clammed up.
Absolute balls.
Which is why I've never done a podcast in this state, because I would always be like, oh, there's always cameras on me, and I'm on a recording.
Nah,
oh, this is a whole different thing.
Pretty lit. Very ambient.
He's like, I like your lighting, man.
Do you think if you wore the headphones, you'd be more locked in?
Probably a little bit. I don't know.
I'm just curious.
You want to trade for the day?
Oh, hey, I want to hear rants about these cookies. You have some strong opinions on these cookies earlier.
Cookies are some bitch ass shit.
Hey, man, I'm hungry, so they ain't that bad.
Well, just make yourself at home. Why don't you?
I've had them this rock.
You can eat all of them.
Cookies are honestly not that good.
I've been watching those for a minute, you know.
You want some milk with that motherfucker?
It'd probably make it better. A little dry.
Shit. But like, have you like for real? Like, tell me some acid stories. Like we haven't. Like, I was realizing the other day as I'm doing reels, I'm like, we haven't fucking talked about just like some fucking drug stories in a while.
I mean, I got one. I got a good one.
Give me some drug stories.
I definitely a cop one. Bro, okay, so I had this one homie who really got me like started in like doing that shit like back in like 2015, 2016, you know. And I was always the one that's like super like, hey, look, I just don't really do all that. Like, I ain't got no problem with all the drugs, you know, there. I'm cool and I don't really drink like that. I don't, you know, whatever. I was more focused on, you know, music, sports, whatever. Well, you always got that one white friend, and he's a skater, so you already know. He's like, bro, have you ever done acid before? Acid? What the? No, bro. What? Oh, bro, I'm chilling. Bro, he got me.
Well, I put in your drink, man.
You experimented with drugs.
No, so we started doing this for like a few weeks, and then like it's funny, like we're doing it one night. And he was like, bro, you want to go out for a skate? Hell yeah, bro. It was like one of the nice summer nights. Nice breeze, still warm. Like it's kind of cool out. So not a bunch of cars out and stuff. Like, we used to like skate in the city, doing the parking ramps and stuff, you know, all that kind of stuff. So like, I was like, hell yeah, let's go. I bet that's going to be a great vibe.
Just exploring.
First time doing it while I'm tripping. I'm loving it. I'm looking at the stars. I'm doing all this. I'm like, bro, this is awesome. Whoop, whoop. Cop pulled up. We're not doing shit. We're just skating. And they're just like, he hops out the car like, hey, what are you guys doing over here? We're skating. Like, I live down the block.
Cops fucking
like,
hate skaters.
Oh, man.
For no reason.
I'm like, I live down the block. Like, we're just skating back home. Oh, what are you guys doing out of this time tonight? It's about 10:40. Da 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 da.
That's
like,
some small town
bro,
bullshit.
He started checking. My homie gave me that look of like, like, just go. Right. And he just starts talking about like, yeah, I work at so and so and this and that and da 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 da. Talks to him for like a good 10 minutes and gets a buddy just kind of off us. And he comes over to me and he's like, yeah, I just bullshitting about no job. I haven't worked at for like 5 years. And he's got out far ass. He's like, I was like, bro, why was he honest? He's like, exactly that. He's like, bro, we're in Mason. They hate skaters. They don't give a fuck. Yeah. They think we're probably out stealing shit. I'm like, I'm tripping balls, like sweat, shaking, talking to the cop. Like, I live down the block, bro. I'm nothing. I got weed right here in my pocket. I'm like, got the whole blunt. We were going to skate and smoke. Like, you know what I mean? Like, vibe. I'm like, shit, bro, I can't go to jail, bro. Fuck, not again. Like, oh man, that was a scary time. But we went home, bro. Hell yeah, he just kind of had me like start shuffling back, and they just came around the back way and met me. We met back at the house, smoked that for sure, bro. We were like, whew, that was crazy.
Panic puff the pack.
I was like, bro, I'm only skating during the daytime doing that. I'm not doing that at night again. No.
Dude, cops always will stop you at night. Like I've skated in so many small towns. Like I grew up in like bumfuck nowhere. Like Canal.
Where do you live?
Just 700 people.
What are you doing out here?
So yeah, they'd always stop and just ask what you're doing and stuff. And
where
like,
are you going?
Get you in trouble.
Bro.
We just got kicked out like everywhere we went. And then there'd be so many times we'd like run from them, we'd be like hiding from them and stuff. And we were night skating. Like they knew who we were too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those small towns. Yeah, cops have like nothing to do.
They're bored as fuck, and then it's easy to fuck with kids who are like 15, 16. You know, like
for no reason.
Well, there's probably a lot of those they only have like a couple of actual cops, and then they have to bring like the sheriffs from the county, you know. So they're really just like when I lived down in Hampton, like they're literally just like a truck. A cop that drives around an SUV and one that drives around a car, and then they have to have like undercover Mason County come out like to like patrol and stuff, and they're the only ones who even care. The cops, they just drive around like bro, they're not even gonna pull you over unless you really do something crazy. I've heard some crazy stories out there, like shit people do in the small towns.
Yeah,
I even see a big difference just being in Mason. Like the cops leave you alone more because they have actual shit to worry about. Like
now.
What do you guys think about police? Do you think they're needed? Do you think they're not? Do you think there's like a certain level of them? Do you think we need more? What are your guys' opinion on that?
So I think you definitely need police. Like if I don't know, to oppose like bad, you definitely need another force. Like there should be someone you can call. You know, your grandma falls down the stairs. Like you should be able to like call the police or something. You know. Like it's necessary,
call the paramedics.
But we need a lot of police.
EMT.
But still, like someone like breaks in the house, steals your shit, like shoots. Someone breaks in your house, steals your shit, shoots your wife in the head. Like you gotta.
Okay. All right, you got me. Nah,
but it's like we definitely need a lot of police reform. I'd say. Like I really don't like a lot of things about cops. Like I don't like how like. I don't know.
I don't like the abuse of authority. I don't think it should be so much of an authority thing.
I feel like they're just kind of like they'll
always be an authority. That's the whole point.
Like you see the movies, you read in the books, you really think on this for an ideal community. Like you think all the way back to like gangs. Gangs started as community protection. They were not rivals and this and that. You know what I mean? They work together to protect the community from these cops and these racist, groups and the brutality that was coming to the women and children in their communities. So I say more of a servant. If you have the mindset of you're a servant, you're not in charge. Intentions. You work for the city to help make sure that everybody is comfortable, protected, and if what we watched all the kid movies all the way back. The cops help get kitties out of trees and stuff. Like they help to walk old ladies across the street. Like they're nice.
There's a difference between wanting to help people and then going on a power trip and wanting to look like a badass and all that stuff.
Or having your own mental opinions and this and that, whatever. Like I feel like that should be something more too. Like that should be more strict. You should really look into people's. It's not bad to have emotions or have problems. Everybody goes through trauma. Everybody has things happening. So you need to address that instead of using your job as a tool to just one day.
There's so many people that are just doing it for the power, and it's like a lot of times the type of person that just wants the power isn't really the type of person that's the most helpful, and it's just kind of
not to say there aren't good ones. Like
sure,
I've had to deal with some cops who were like really cool.
There's definitely cool cops. I got a lot of stories of good interactions with cops that were just really cool, and I got some are dicks.
Yeah,
it just depends on the person.
So let me ask you this: don't you think it's more important for police to do the right thing versus be a servant? Because I think when you have like the servant to the authority, like that leaves like a very little leg room between like a good and a bad. Like it just like you're just gonna vote for one party or the other.
The issue with police is that they enforce the laws the state tells them to, whether they're constitutional or not.
Which a lot of them are based off of monetary things. If they don't get a certain amount of arrests,
they take a lot of money
if
from
they don't
people.
have a certain amount of busts,
a lot of money from people who aren't causing
if
problems,
certain things are too certain levels of crime are too high, they will not get certain amounts of money for that year. They will not get grants. They will not get upgraded equipment. They won't get what they need and want, and that's gonna mean those officers are gonna get paid less that year. So no matter what, it's I don't think it's that so much a problem. I think servant is important, like because you do work for the state, but I think just like teachers, you know, they need to get the right amount of pay. They need to get the right amount of equipment and tools they need to do what they need to do. They need to be trained appropriately. They need to have their mentals cared about too. I swear to God, I've watched some teachers go crazy because they got kids that they cannot handle, and the state don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, just being real.
Yeah.
That's crazy stuff.
Teachers are
Same thing
definitely
happens with cops.
underappreciated
Same thing happens with cops.
country, I think.
I'm not saying that, I'm not giving an excuse. Because no, I definitely agree. Like, bro, I've heard too much stuff, and I've had homies and family deal with too much crazy stuff. I've dealt with crazy stuff. There's a deputy in Mason City that personally does not like me. I've never done nothing to him, never no problem. But I found out who my father was, who I have no association with at all. Never met the dude, don't do nothing with him, and he uses me as his tool to just do whatever the hell he wants. I've had to deal with a lot of problems with him, so I'm not saying that it's all an excuse, but I think everybody at this time, since COVID and stuff, I think people realize like emotions are a thing that need to be addressed. People's mental issues, their traumas, etc. Because that being stuck in the house for what 2-3 years.
But what caused that? The same entity that's like supplying these like teachers and the police. Like when you have things like in the public sphere, like it's too easily susceptible to, like, you know, for every great story of like the public school teachers trying to do the right thing, there's 4 times as many teachers who just don't give a fuck and are just soaking up the taxpayer dollar. Exactly.
They're like, bro, I'm just here for 7 hours.
Whereas if you pay someone directly, then you're like, hey, I'm paying you to do this job. I'm paying you to teach my kid.
Yeah.
You know, I think striving for that.
So like,
in my higher standards.
Basically, it all comes down to
it. Literally is a standard. Like, because if they don't do well, then you don't pay them.
I think the issue with the teachers and the police is like there should just be different standards.
Yeah. Well, more
different standards could solve it.
Yeah,
well, it's like
reformation is definitely important. I think that like there's a lot of the police force in the United States that needs to be taken out. I mean, right now I'm seeing on IG like all the time, like full police force is getting booked, arrested because they're all doing illegal stuff, or they're being brutal there to the prisoners. They're this, that, whatever. Cops getting arrested because they have a list of racially biased arrests of 40, 50, 60 people long within only 2 months. Like crazy stuff like that. So like, yeah, like there's definitely some that need to be just, bro, you don't qualify. Just like going into government stuff.
Yeah.
Just being real. But a lot of it really is like people need to realize that we're all human, man.
Well, I think
treat each other.
I think a big way to decrease those problems is to legalize drugs and guns.
Yes. Yeah.
100%. 100%. That's where like 90% of the resources go to.
I mean, bro, in Mexico they did that. In Mexico, what was it? Probably like 4 years ago, there was one of the Mexican, I think it was a president or one of the governors out in one of the countries there, whatever. Bro, he legalized, or no, it wasn't Mexico. It was in South America. Somewhere in South America.
I was gonna say, it sounds progressive even for Mexico.
He legalized all drugs.
I don't think they could.
They basically,
the people making those decisions are
their whole market's fucked. They're gonna starve.
Well, they made it.
The criminals kind of are the government in Mexico. Like they're not all for the legal shit.
Well, so look, they made the drugs legal. In their country, whatever.
Forced them to be
because they're like, look, we're not gonna arrest you, nothing like that. But if we find it, like, we're just gonna dump it. Like, it is what it is. Like, you know, whatever. We're not gonna take it. We're not gonna do nothing.
I think all drugs should be legal, and then we can like kind of monitor and help the addicts more.
Well, I was gonna say that's why, because the violence from guns from the cartel is why they're like, we're legalizing drugs. Done. We don't know what else to do.
Exactly. Drugs won the fucking drug war. All right.
Yeah, like
drug war's over.
You beat us.
Drugs won.
Reagan was wrong. I'm sorry.
No, but like on a real note, like if you legalize those two things, what does the cartel have to export?
Nothing.
Literally nothing. Absolutely
information.
Nothing.
Can we talk about prostitution too? Because I think prostitution should be
Can we talk about the bodies?
100% agree.
So much violence towards women would be eliminated if you just legalized prostitution.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
and then you could have laws like, you could have laws that you got to get STD tests and all that shit, and then like so much less disease would spread around too. Like,
He got a plan on this Constitution. He's thought on this.
It's like,
how do I make this work? 2 birds with 1 stone.
We might have a legal whorehouse at Midfest. I'm gonna pull some strings.
He's looking at those escort pages. He's like, this shit needs to be legalized.
This is fucking bullshit.
This is fucking bullshit. I need this shit.
Man.
You guys ever hire a hooker?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I never even been to a strip club.
Not paying for pussy.
Exactly, bro. Hey, unless you got the free money to do whatever the fuck I want with it, say fuck it, bro, and I can match that money that I throw. Fuck it, no, I ain't going to that. I'm cool.
I also got a girlfriend, so
yeah, I don't recommend.
Shit, my girl be like, hey, let's go to the strip club.
Yeah, like I'll go to the strip club, but that's as far as I'll take it. Like,
y'all like strip clubs?
I like strip clubs.
I like the idea. I just ain't.
See, I went to a shitty one, but still, I don't care.
Dude, the shitty ones are funnier, so they're better. Like I don't go to the strip club because it's like, oh my god, these tits. No, it's like it's more fun to sit there and have a few drinks with my friends with some naked women dancing in the background. I just feel like it's something that makes the bar better. So
I get that.
Ass and titties. Ass and titties.
See, I don't have like a group of guys that I would go to the strip club with. So I think that's kind of
Wednesday night binger.
Guy going alone. Or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly. If I went to a strip club, that would be the capacity.
Sitting by yourself in the corner.
Solo dolo.
By yourself in the club.
Dude, you had kind of a funny strip club mushroom story, didn't you?
Yeah, dude. Right when I got out of the prison and I was still in the halfway house, man. That shit was crazy. I used to just like skip my job or whatever. Do whatever I could to go to the strip club, I guess. I went to the lumberyard. Yeah. Man, dude.
Oh, Lord.
Went to the lumberyard a couple of different times. Like, skipped my shift at work. Told the halfway house that I was at work.
You just like strippers all day.
Yeah, I'm at work. Oh, shit, yeah.
I'm working hard as fuck right now.
Doing all I can.
Working hard as fuck not to come.
Jesus Christ.
Trying not to bust this nut. Trying to hold it as long as I can, man.
Trying to manage
He's like, hey, slow down. I'm on the phone with my boss. Oh shit!
No, type shit. We had like a new hiree, and she didn't know what the fuck she was doing, so she had to call me in the middle of the night. And I had eaten like 7 grams of fucking shrooms prior to going to the club, and I was out of my brain, gone on mushrooms, just feeling myself vibrating in the corner with the wall speakers and stuff. And she started calling me because she doesn't know how to work the cash register, dude.
He's like,
she can't figure out the fucking button functions to do this. And I immediately zoned in. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like, that fucking
Suck
stupid. You can't figure out how to work a goddamn cash register.
Hey man, a lot of buttons.
How is that like strippers on acid? Was it like, were you less into it, more into it? Like,
well, I couldn't tell you the chick's face, but everything else was incredible as fuck.
So it was like you were just focusing on the body, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Everything
that
was
makes sense.
Accentuated. And
I mean, that's like, the best part,
dude,
right? I mean,
and it was crazy because I went there with my homie, and they were like, they intentionally went to go get a different chick to give me a dance, but she approached me out of nowhere and was like, "What's up, Bigfoot?" Because I wear size 16 fucking shoes.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
dude, lift up your feet,
and, dude. They're fucking huge.
What the fuck?
How much were those?
That's an arm.
How much those cost?
These shoes were like
Custom.
fucking like $200 fucking $70 type shit.
Damn.
Are you
LeBron
fucking
19s.
serious?
Yeah.
And then for us, it would cost like 80. For
Normal ass human.
Bro, are you like
shoes.
inbred or something? What the fuck?
No,
What
dude, I just got superior genetics.
So you know that new Harry Potter legacy, right? You know Hagrid, right?
Yeah, I have it.
No, my family's
Long line
like
relation.
Scottish and German, so a lot of Viking.
Hey, Warner
blood.
Brothers called. They want you for the sequel.
They want you back up in the next Thor movie, my friend.
That'd be crazy.
Can you imagine if they redid the entire Harry Potter while they're on acid?
Oh my god, they need to.
Well, hey, they
Taking
said
acid at
Daniel
11.
Radcliffe was like drunk a lot of his.
Yes, that's true.
drunk
Like the
as
last
shit.
4 movies, he was fucking shit faced.
Yeah,
He was just like drinking all the fucking time because he couldn't. I mean, I can't blame him. Like fucking 8 movies in a
Stressing
row.
being like a child actor.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Everywhere he goes, he has no privacy because everyone in the world knows who the fuck he is.
It's gotta be a
Watching
crazy
all of his
feeling.
movements constantly, you know.
Yeah.
The man can't even like get his like dad gut body out, you know, at the pool because here comes Johnny Paparazzi. Beep, beep.
he really wants to fuck Hermione, but it's kind of weird. So
you know the whole Ron thing. He's like, oh yeah, no, we best friends, bro.
You know, he's really like revitalized himself as an adult actor.
Dude, he's doing a lot now.
He's done some really cool
Looks
shit.
like he's doing good.
Swiss Army Man, did y'all see that?
He's got something coming out right now. What the fuck is it?
He's got a new movie?
Yeah, he's part of. I just seen it. I was like, holy shit, that's Daniel Radcliffe. I don't remember. It'll pop up randomly tonight.
Y'all, have you seen or heard that movie? Beau is Afraid. Ari Aster, you guys ever watched?
I missed a lot of movies. Really,
I've been meaning for a while, man.
I don't sit down and watch a movie too.
You haven't watched a movie in 2 years, you said?
No, I was in prison for the 2000.
Oh shit.
19 type shit. Yeah.
Damn. What happened? Do you mind getting? You brought it up.
I don't care. Absolutely not. It was 2018. I was 17 years old.
Holy shit, 17?
Yeah, I was. I'm 22 now, but.
Damn, you look way older than 22, man. You look like you're my age.
I would guess 25, 26.
I'm 27. Yeah. I'm 27.
Really?
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah, I'll take it. Some people think I'm like 20. So.
Wait, when's your birthday?
We've talked about this.
Fucking birthday,
fuck,
bro?
I should have said.
He's like, bro, I'm canceling right now. Stop. Everyone get out.
I was born 95.
Honestly, I would have guessed you were like 23, 24.
Well, you said something about 10 years ago earlier, and I was like, wait. That sounds familiar. I remember that in 10 years ago.
Yeah, because we talked about 9/11. Because you didn't find out about 9/11 until the 5th grade.
Weird. We talked about that on the way here.
Yeah.
We were talking about 9/11. We got deep about that.
Why is this a constant conversation in my life?
Dude, we got deep talking about 9/11 like just before we got here.
That's crazy.
Dude, you were out of the Matrix, and then you got sucked back in 5th grade.
Snap back to reality.
I swear to God, bro, I remember like 3rd grade and 5th grade just kind of just like floating by.
Oh shit, we gotta get back to your story though. You were still telling your story, right?
Man, I don't even know where I was.
Let's see, where were we at in your story? You were 17?
He literally just started. I was 17 in 2018. Yes, go ahead.
Got hijacked, dude. completely brain soup LSD moment, dude.
Hey!
Some alcohol or something.
Oh,
it's in all of our drinks.
Fresh water. Fluoride.
I'm like what was it John Lennon said to Nixon? He's like he wants to put LSD in Nixon's tea or something. Anyway, sorry, continue. LSD boy.
We could talk about that for an hour.
That'd be crazy.
That sounds crazy.
Tangents.
It's awesome.
So you're 17.
So you're 17, you're arrested.
Into some shit.
Yeah. You said what?
I said ADHD all in one room.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's actually the subtitle for the podcast.
Perfect.
Yeah, caught my case when I was 17, 2018. I actually got arrested the same day that XXXTentacion was shot and killed, June 18th.
Oh, damn.
It was a pretty strange coincidence. But
do you feel like part of you died along with Triple X?
Dude, oh yeah, absolutely. Dude, I made a huge connection to his music. For real. I made a huge connection to his music. Before he started making sadder stuff, honestly. Turn up music, going hard. And
hell yeah. Bro, hell yeah.
Turning up, getting mad, yelling.
Bro, my homies from Denver were like buddies with all them and shit. Like, my homie like lived with him. Like, so.
Anyways, you we gotta try to keep on track. The listeners are going crazy right now. We've been like for 5 minutes. We're like, tell me the story was coming arrested. Okay, so you got arrested the same day as Triple X checks, and what happened?
Yeah. So the man, dude, it's fucking.
Why'd you get arrested for?
Dial tone.
Dude.
All right.
Sorry. Continue. It's Sunny Boy.
Sunny boy.
Gus me boy.
Dial back into reality, dude.
You what like originally happened? Like
so man, dude, I couldn't even tell you. he like beat up my homegirl type shit, and I was
some dude.
Yeah, some random guy beat up my homegirl. She was super diabetic. And, like, he had forced her to a point where she was, like, I don't know, man. He drank like with her constantly. Yeah.
Type shit.
Her blood sugar was super out of whack, so she started went out of it. He beat the fuck out of her, dude, for no reason. And then like left her out in the fucking snow type shit. She died after Christmas in like 2017.
Sorry.
God damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. So afterwards, I was just supposed to be like an insurance policy going to beat dude up or whatever because it happened, but
damn, cop showed up or whatever.
Nah, dude, it happened. Beat dude up. I ended up going to prison type shit. I don't know.
Damn. And you had, what, 2 years for that?
Yeah.
Damn. So what was the best and worst part of prison?
I've been interested about this too.
I was playing like Minecraft on the Xbox One in prison.
What?
Eating DiGiorno
They got Xboxes in prison now?
Hell yeah.
How much you had to pay for it though?
Dude, like $20.
Wait, you were 17 though?
When I caught the case, bro.
But by the time you went in, you were an adult.
You like time served or something?
Yeah, type shit. I went to juvie when I was young. I like got out right before I turned 18. Dude, holy fuck.
Okay. But in prison, you had a fucking Xbox and DiGiorno's, you said?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bro, that's how I live now. What does that mean? Am I in a prison? Am I living in a prison?
I'm very high.
Are we all in the prison?
I think
I couldn't tell, man.
Drink some water, my friend.
Going through it, holy fuck.
He's hitting. Moving on, next topic.
He's about to melt into the fire.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen too. It's always in waves, you know. You're good, buddy. You're good. Should we take a break? Should we take a
short break?
Okay, let's take a break, everybody. We're back. Guys, we're back from the break. Suni Boi, he had to leave, unfortunately. A terrible accident. His family has been killed by a serial killer. It's a really sad thing. He just got this call. He's just leaving. He's like, oh my God, my entire family's dead.
Like Jason and that motherfucker.
Yeah. It's not okay. They're all dead. It's a really bad thing.
Sorry, Suni Boi.
So we wish him luck.
Yeah.
His journey.
Tragic shit. Why are you guys laughing? What the fuck? This is serious.
We have fucked up humor
this
here.
wasn't actually
we find the humor in everything.
This is a dark humor zone. Did you not see the sign? Oh, maybe not a sign, but hey, you should have known.
So rest in peace, Suni Boi's entire media family.
Not you, but your family. Yeah.
For Suni Boi's family.
All right, peace out to that. It was lit though.
Guys, 174, the podcast.
174th?
Yeah.
No shit.
I don't know. I'm just bragging at this point because I lost it. I don't have anything to talk about.
I didn't know you had done it that many times.
Dang.
You want to see how long my dick is?
When did you first start? When did you actually first start?
Zoom the camera in.
God damn it. 2020.
2020.
Yeah. COVID, yeah. I was on the last train that went abroad before it was a hack.
Nice.
I mean, it was always a hack, but we're all hackers.
I think it'd be fun. I feel like everybody's kind of just taking over.
Every jackass has a podcast now. Let's be real.
Either a podcast or they're a streamer.
I'm having the second episode of my podcast in a couple weeks. It's kind of like a secret podcast, though. Like, we don't even put it out. Like, it's just for us. Like, we just send it out to our friends.
Oh, why'd you put it out?
Yeah. Nobody just does it.
Okay. For $10 a month, you can get an RSS link, and then you can put that on Spotify, Apple, every platform. That's all, and you can just put them up once a week.
You have to show me. You have to show me how to do it.
What you could even do, you could even like get together with your friends and like build up the episodes and just drop them all. Like,
bro, let's go.
Have like however many episodes.
That'd be so lit.
I encourage anyone to do a podcast. I've had people criticize me. They're like, "Oh, any jackass can do podcasts." I'm like, "No, fuck you." Like if when you get into it and you realize how much work podcasting really is, then you really have respect for it.
Well, it's also like anyone can do so many different things. It's like podcasting is just one of them. And our thing is like we don't want anyone to listen. Really, we're just doing it for us, just for friends.
That's where it should start. Yeah,
I know there's so many podcasts out there, so like I'm not trying to get listeners. Like I'm just doing it for the fuck of it.
It's just like
what's your or if you had to name your podcast?
Yeah, what's up with that?
We don't have a name. We haven't really thought about that yet.
What would you name
Kevin
it?
and Friends.
Well, actually, Taint Tickling Tales was one of the names I got thrown out there.
Bro, that's great.
That's great. Like Great Value Joe Rogan and shit like that. We're just coming up with a bunch of names as a joke, like not even serious. And well, our group chat is called Taint Tickling Tales, so. For some reason that stuck. Everybody thought it was funny. It just proves like how dumb it is. Like you know.
Shit. Wait, sometimes the dumbest shit.
What about like Tickle the Taint podcast?
Another great name right there. That's a good idea.
Taint Tickler.
They'll probably love that.
You want to be part of our LLC? No.
What we did, we talked about Chat GPT,
for
AI.
real? Let me ask you guys about that. What do you think about the rise of AI and ChatGPT? Have you guys played that app or that AI at all?
I fucked with it a little bit. It's funny for songs. You should try to.
That's hilarious.
You would come up with some good ideas for songs. Like you tell ChatGPT to write certain shit.
Oh, I bet I could.
I think what it really comes down to is whether or not there's an ego or anything attached to AI if they ever develop emotions and stuff. Because as long as it's just a machine, it can't really want. So as long as it doesn't have like the human desires we have, I think we're okay because like humans, you know, like
I feel that
they're corrupt with power and all that. So
like how much programming are you putting into it? You know, like how many wrenches are you really throwing in the whole circuit?
I'm just saying though, like yo, look what they've done with like so many people already, bro. What says somebody doesn't like call fucking Putin tomorrow and use somebody's voice like we're gonna nuke your shit, like World War III, like some crazy like you read that something is real, like that is like bro, you could destroy someone's life or a whole country really just by pretending to be someone else, and people go to prison felonies for that. So you really want to kind of put that technology out to anybody?
Have you guys heard of like the paperclip phenomenon? Mm-mm. It's like, so if you asked an AI with like all the world's capabilities to like make as many paperclips as possible, it would be the end of civilization because they would have to destruct everybody into protons and neutrons in order to have enough. And then so you would make all the paperclips, but then you would not have anybody, you know. So like you have to be able to like think about how you program AI, and like that's kind of the problem, right? Is like if you really leave it, it's like the early days of Microsoft.
We're not thinking about everything. It's like the internet. Like people didn't know how fucking crazy and powerful the internet would be. Yeah. So just kind of thing that just exploded onto the scene, and humankind is still adapting to it, and it's still crazy.
Like some people didn't even believe it was a thing. Like
like do you remember like it was either Microsoft or Google? They had like the AI that became a Nazi. They let it run loose on the internet. Yeah, I know this is a true thing. We don't have an assistant pulled up, but like this is a true thing. They let it loose on the internet, and like within 24, 48 hours or whatever, it became like a full-fledged neo-Nazi, and they had to pull the plug. So that's why there's
like a software virus type thing, like digital something.
No, just the artificial intelligence.
Actually a being like a physical being they built.
A bunch of Nazi info or what?
So
they created an AI, which is with a blank slate. So like no knowledge of anything. Like you just program something to like the whole point of AI is you're programming something to like learn. Like that's the whole purpose of that, like, or AGI, I guess is the more specific term. Like you're building a program that is designed to learn. So you give it a problem and it learns the problem on its own, and it collects all the data from all its problem solving and it creates itself. So what it did is it unleashed that on the internet and told them to get all of its information from the internet. And within like a very, very short amount of time, it became a neo-Nazi. It's like you would ask it, its ideals aligned with like Nazism, that like people should, like Jews and blacks and all that should be killed, and disabled people, etc. All that.
Whoa.
Yeah. Scary shit, man. Ever since I watched iRobot as a little kid, I've always thought about this stuff. I'm not kidding. That movie had a big impact on me. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? There's actual laws in place to stop robots from taking over? Like, that fucked me up.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that we did...
I remember watching RoboCop with my dad growing up.
I never saw that one.
I never saw that either.
They have a new one. I ain't seen that either.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, it was cool. It actually was really cool. Like I had a toy of it and everything. Like,
I bet if you watched it now, it would suck ass. Like, have you ever done that? You enjoy a movie as a kid, and you try to watch it as an adult for old time's sake or whatever, and then it's like, no, you can't even sit through it.
Yeah, but then there's a lot of them that I'm like, damn, like I actually understand this now. Oh, wow, they were very like suggestive. Like,
there's a lot.
Like, you ever watch those Disney movies? He was a very suggestive person. He had his own.
Put shit in there for the adults, like kids won't catch.
Yeah, and we're all like, ha! And our parents are laughing. Oh, that's why you were laughing. Y'all dirty. Y'all dirty.
So going back to AGI though, what do you guys think about like the rise of it? Do you think it's a positive thing or like a negative thing? Do you think it's something we can control?
I don't think it's something you can predict right now.
It depends how you can control it, for sure.
Like, I think technology is advancing so rapidly, like, I don't know if we can even accurately predict like what it's going to be able to do in like 50 years or whatever.
That's true.
And there's the Neuralink stuff with Elon Musk, and like Elon Musk thinks that we're here to give birth to artificial life, get off the earth, which is just crazy to think about. But it's like, so I don't know.
But it's something we've heard about like
I'm gonna guess that AI won't take over. To be honest with you,
at least not in any of our generation at the time. It's too early anyways.
I don't know. If I had to make a real guess, like put money on it, I would say I don't think AI would take over.
Jetsons, you know?
So you think that can probably always be programmed in like some kind
I think humans are, I think people are going to be smart enough doing it to stop it from happening.
You think humans are smart?
I'm like, bro, have you been watching the same movies growing up?
The argument sounds weaker and weaker. I'm like,
it's always like one or two people that save the Earth.
I really just don't think they're going to reach that capability to where they're going to be able to do it. I think humans will always outsmart them or like be able to be stopped. You know, it's not that I trust all
as long as they keep that kill code like, you know, locked down, because that'd be the most expensive code or word in the entire planet.
I guess it just all comes down to whether they can have like selfish desires to take over or not. Like,
that's
possible.
Well, that's a whole part of it too, right? Is like, can you create a conscious being with AI? Like, can you get to the point where like they like, and that's
safe,
and that's why part of why I almost agree with your argument, because I don't think, because we don't understand what consciousness is. So we can create an idea of consciousness, what we believe consciousness is, and you know that's kind of the unique thing about it, right? It's like any programmer can like create their own idea of consciousness. And that's kind of cool, but like we can never fully create something that's like going to replicate consciousness, because there's so many things about it that we don't understand. Like our lives are constantly things that we're figuring out.
I think that's something that's just gonna like over the next like centuries is gonna adapt and grow. But none of us are going to see it actually at any kind of peak like that. I don't think.
Yeah. Or as some people would argue, it's going to end us. It's going to put us to extinction before.
And then they're going to leave.
Yeah, exactly. I don't remember who it was, but I was listening to some podcast where there's this guy, some scientist who's like been very vocal about like, you know, the rise of AI and how AGI and how dangerous it is. And like, that's the thing he said, like, this is one of those things where we only have like one or two shots, and then if we fuck up, it's already gone. Like we don't have time to like
annihilation,
like stop it if we don't actually like grapple with it and figure out what's going on.
Well, I think the fact that we've had laws in place like since I was a little kid to stop robots from taking over, I think that reassures me a little bit that the people doing it are smart enough to think about this stuff.
I'm just curious what laws.
Well, there's like a list of laws. I don't know. We should look it up.
Can't look at
it. let me
our assistant is
I know there's laws.
on paid leave. We had a slave and we had to let him go. It was a whole thing. Papers.
It's like, what do you think about cyborgs? And like, do you think that could be the end of it? Do you think like a cyborg could become powerful enough, like still have a selfish human?
Okay.
I think a cyborg is a lot scarier than a robot.
Okay, so you mean cyborg in the sense of a
human with
like a human with Neuralink or something in 100 years, but then they also have all this high tech shit and like
I don't know if that's
yada yada.
I don't know if that's possible. I'm sure it is in a way, because I mean they have the technology for like artificial hands and shit, right?
Yeah, no, like full body parts. Like they, I know a guy who has an arm. Like he literally, it's wired. There's something from his arm that's wired into like his system, and it goes to his brain. So when his brain thinks something, it does exactly what he thinks. but he has his cut right here, like he's nubbed right here. So he has this whole artificial arm that like it's all about. That's crazy, I think.
Yeah, I guess
here's the laws. First law: a robot may not injure a human being or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. Second law: a robot must obey the orders given it by human beings except where such orders would conflict with the first law. Third law: a robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law.
they ordered that really well. They were like, hey, we got it. They made sure to keep the hierarchy in that order.
You odd bitch.
I think it should be like required to watch like Terminator 2 or some shit. If you're like a computer scientist, there's got to be a list of like 6 movies.
So what do you think about Elon Musk saying that we're here to give birth to artificial life?
About that quote specifically, yeah, I mean will it happen? I mean, I'm sure he's not wrong about that. Do I think that's the purpose for humans? No. I mean, I don't think that's like
I don't think that could
our
be
great
planned.
Destination. I think that might be his great destination. I'm sure he's going to do some for better or worse, I think he's going to do some crazy things. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a really smart guy, in general, I mean, for the most part, I think I'm a fan of him. I think, people say, yeah, he's rich, whatever, but I think I don't think it's necessarily bad to have like a small amount of money and like let that grow. I mean, he has these companies that are doing, going back to like, like libertarianism, like that's a very great example of libertarianism. Someone who has companies that are doing things like in place of NASA, like SpaceX is like a way better resource for like space exploration than NASA will ever be at this point, you know?
For sure. They're actually doing things.
Exactly. I think it's just, and he even pays taxes, right? Like he pays like for the people like that, like he pays more for that.
You see that poll on Twitter, like who do you think will spend the money better, Elon Musk or the government? Like everybody votes Elon Musk.
Well, because with him it's simple, right? He has like 3 or 4 different things that he's like passionate about. It's like, okay, well, he's going to spend in one of those, whereas the government's like has their hand in every single fucking
SpaceX, Tesla, the Boring Company, Twitter.
Yeah. What have you guys been? I haven't been on Twitter in a minute. What do you guys think about here, let me ask you this. What do you think about like the whole like checkmark thing? Because Facebook and Instagram just got that
the blue check. I've already seen some folks.
Don't make it so you have to pay for social media. Like fuck that shit.
I don't actually think it's that bad of an idea.
But that's because their argument is, it's just to verify that it's actually you. Okay, to me that means who do I need to verify that to? Because there's only a couple people I know: the government, medical reasons, and I don't know, what are you doing illegally? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like why would I need to pay for that? The whole goal is out of ID with that blue check. You are valid that you have reached a certain status. You have achieved a certain amount of things. You have been recognized by the country or your community or the world because of what you are doing.
Or you get paid $8.
No, like
yeah, it's possible, real. But
let me be real. Like in the last 3-4 years, I definitely could have paid like $1,500, got a blue check. Like, but why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? I want to achieve that status. Now people can go pay $15 a month.
You want to be given that?
What?
Right.
So here's. Personally, I think it's crazier that this hasn't happened sooner, because I think like in terms of value in these platforms, the blue check is so valuable. It's amazing that they haven't charged it before now. I think it's a fair way to validate, filter through the bots and have people really validate themselves. I haven't gotten to that point yet.
How
but
do you get the blue check anyway? Do you reach a certain amount of followers?
It's more about
you just have to. Well, right now you just have to pay a fee. I think.
Yeah,
maybe you still have to have a cap.
Well, I mean, before, what was the
before it was based on now.
It's a status. No, it was definitely status because I know people who hit only had 13,000 followers, but they were known enough in their community, that, you know what I'm saying? But that versus the people that are rock stars or stuff that have the 1 million, 2 million, 8 million followers.
Essentially, you have to be a legitimate profile platform.
Yeah,
and, gain recognition from the platform, and they kind of just handpick people, and they're and that was kind of a big controversy during elections and stuff. Certain political figures on one side having blue checks, and then if you're on the Republican side, quote unquote conspiracy, excuse me, you can't get your blue check, So I think it's I do see the argument like, oh, some rich person could just like buy out all the shit. But if the system is really foolproof enough to where you need your government ID, I mean, I think that's just.
I think
they should make something
different, and that's very possible.
Make it so you can only buy one.
If you're like on
person or whatever.
Sure, that's very possible for sure. But I mean, I still think it helps overall.
If they did if they made like a new symbol for someone of a different status, like a star,
and that'll probably happen too.
You know what I mean?
That'll probably
that
happen
makes sense.
too.
So it's still like you're validating this is you. You're not a bot. You're a real account. Whatever. I agree with that. I totally understand that. Yeah. And I'm surprised that it hasn't happened since like 2015.
I mean, it's never happened. I mean, the idea of like paying for a check, Elon Musk introduced that. Like, he's a capitalist. Like, I don't think that's a crazy idea.
Do you think it'll be like less valuable now because now anyone can buy the blue check?
Sure.
So, it'll go down in value because everyone's like, oh, well, anyone could have one. I'm not necessarily.
I've seen celebrities straight say they're gonna like just delete their account because there's no point for that. I'm like, dang. You're committed.
All over a little blue mark.
Like, well, they're like, how work?
Well, but it's like you were saying,
I worked my ass off to get this and earn this, and now you're able to just go get it.
What are you still on the platform with all the followers though?
Yeah, but here's the thing, like, it's like you were saying, like they're just gonna have different tiers. Like they'll have the blue check, and then they'll probably have one that's like, okay, you get like green a black dot for $2 or whatever, and then if you pay $20 a month, you get the extra star, like that shit will eventually happen too. Yeah, definitely. I mean that's capitalism, right? Like there's Whole Foods and Aldi, right? There's always a range.
Hey man, I like having my fresh fruit, man. Fresh produce, they really do. I'm saying,
fuck. You guys ever try like the carnivore diet?
I did that for a month.
Man. A month?
I can only do it 3 days, bro. My stomach. So, what was like the worst and best part about that for you doing that diet?
Well, I don't know. I felt fine when I did it.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Not even getting into it.
I didn't really have like any issues. But I eat a lot of meat anyway.
He's like, I do this.
You're already seasoned.
Well, it's like I did feel a little more tired, I would say, but I don't know. I had energy and I was working out during it.
Hey, you mind shutting that off? Or who is that? Stack!
The phone. Oh man, the broken phone, man. I couldn't even tell where it was coming from. I was like, bro, you turn that down. Sheesh.
Sorry, you were saying, man.
Go ahead, man.
What was I saying?
My bad.
My bad.
Dang, man. I have everything turned down too, so I'm like, how the hell?
Well, you got 2 phones. So.
No, the other one.
Damn it! What were we just talking about?
Man.
What were we just talking about?
He's been having phone issues.
Today, I'm like, bro, of all days, this is the day that you just smack.
Yeah, what happened to your phone today, man? If you can talk.
I was in the kitchen, man, with my woman, and she done turn around and just whoosh, smack that thing, and it hit the floor. Boom, right on the corner. This thing's been through hell and back. Like, I'm just waiting for a new phone to come in, so it is whatever. But still, I'm like, bro, today of all days, I have like 4 hours until I'm supposed to leave. Are you serious? I'm like going through my day, and I'm watching it, like physically watching it spread. I'm like, bro, that's fast. That's faster than them Androids, bro. Oh man. Well, this phone's not gonna be able to be used by the end of the day. It didn't even make it to the end of the day.
Thankfully, I had
a tried to call you guys like twice. I'm like, bro, attend the message.
His phone was spazzing out.
Why'd she smack the phone out of your hand? What were y'all fighting about?
Oh no!
What was the fight?
She was just like, I think she was focused on getting food, and she just like whacked.
That was what. Yeah, she was like, that's what it is.
I'm like,
that's what it is.
She's like, no, I'm sorry for real. My bad. I'm like,
I've had that.
If that phone's
before.
broke.
Like, my girlfriend's knocked my phone out of my hand on accident. It's just gone flying.
Oh man.
So it's just like a playful, and then just like it was kind of disastrous.
No,
she got pissed.
She didn't even mean to. She didn't even mean to. She just turned around. She had something in her hand. She was like this, and boom! It just hit it just right. Because I'm like right here.
Sorry, Stack's girlfriend.
Like,
you just paid her out to be like a bitch.
Yeah, right. You good?
He's like, motherfucker, I want food. food.
She tried to stop me.
Give me that KFC.
Destroying his phone.
She chucked my phone against the wall. It broke a window.
What's your go-to stoner food?
Jeez, it depends on the mood. Depends on the mood, man. Depends on the season and the mood.
On average, what's the one you usually go for?
Always something chocolate or something fruity.
I like sweet stuff. I like cake stuff. Like we got a banana cake in the fridge right now. Shout out Quincy.
Nice.
But yeah, super good cream cheese frosting.
Oh
man,
yeah,
it's amazing. So like sweet stuff, like zebra cakes, boxes, shit like that. The snack cakes,
fudge round,
like soda, juice, Reese's.
I don't drink soda. I don't drink soda. I shouldn't. But I'm even kind of trying to juice out.
Soda personally.
I only started drinking soda again because I was in college. I started drinking. Otherwise, I went like
for a mixer
2-3 years with not drinking soda. I don't drink soda now unless I drink. Like I don't have cravings for it. I don't know.
What's your go-to mixed drink when you're drinking?
Oh, actually, like at home or when you go out.
Either or.
Okay, go out, bro. Always go. I'm a tequila drinker, bro. I pretty much only drink tequila now.
You dirty, you dog.
No,
you dirty dog.
I don't drink that Patron, none of that shit anymore. I mean, I'm like to the point where like I go and I look for specific ones. I get recommendations. I look up the good kinds. I will spend that money on a good one for the whole month, and then one that's like the weekend me and my girl can drink. Whatever.
So you getting fucked up on tequila a lot, or you kind of just sipping?
Not anymore, but like. I'm more the like
the hangovers are definitely better.
That's true. Zero.
I had one.
It's hard to put down,
doing tequila shots. When
tequila sunrise, bro. That's an automatic go-to when I go out for shows, anything like that. And then like at home, bro, I'm more the like honestly some ice, pour that motherfucker, hey, bro. Honestly, get like a little margarita mixer with it, like a strawberry one or something, bro. If I really ain't just trying to sip, otherwise I just classy drink that, just sip that motherfucker now. Used to be wild.
I like Crown and Coke a lot.
Chug the bottle.
That's probably my favorite one. I like whiskey a lot.
Hell yeah.
I used to like the Jack Daniels and shit.
Yeah, I like Jack a lot too.
I used to drink a lot of whiskey.
Honey one time, bro. After not drinking for like 4 or 5 years straight, vomit.
Oh,
I'm not a puker, none of that. Just man, it was bad.
Yeah, JMO is my go-to.
Jameson's good.
One of those,
sure.
No, how about gin?
Whiskey.
You like gin?
Dude, gin is rough.
So my ex-wife loved gin.
I used to love it.
Like she was drink like an old lady. Like we kind of both drink like
it's
old
so
people.
Strong,
I drink
man.
whiskey,
Something about it just tastes so strong.
Shit, man.
If
you do it with like
juice,
cucumber or like some other kind of like fruit or vegetable, it kind of helps the taste.
I like pineapple, bro.
Right,
pineapple and
but I gotta be in the right
mood.
mood.
Or orange, bro.
Orange. Yeah.
I feel like gin is like the hardest thing ever to take a shot of. If you're gonna take a shot,
dude, that's not a drink you take a shot of,
bro. Honestly,
it's for a reason.
We went to a Mall of America one time back in my turn-up days. went to the Mall of America and we brought a little bottle of Bombay, a little pint with us, and we poured that in some Orange Julius, and oh my god, bro, that was fire, and I was so drunk. It was a good time. But yeah,
fuck yeah,
Orange Julius, that's fire.
Yeah, drinking is What's your all's like craziest night drinking?
Craziest night drinking.
I don't know. I can cover that one. Oh man,
I'd have to think about that.
I don't drink like that anymore at all. So
it's a lot of shit I might not want to say on the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this: what's your worst night drink? Like, what's like your
my worst hangover or whatever?
Not even that. Just like worst situation you're in drinking,
situation.
Bro. I was out there
like leaving Las Vegas. You're fucking driving with.
No, bro, I was at UNI, bro.
Not even that.
And, I was out there UNI in Cedar Falls, right? And bro, I went to the bar with my brother and his friends. Dude, I'm talking. It was like 9 o'clock we got there, and by 10 o'clock my brother somehow I was asleep at the bar. And like me, at this time I'm not smoking or nothing. I'm just drinking. I was on probation, so I can drink. I can drink like a whole 12-pack, 24-pack of Coronas and some tequila, and I'm good, you know what I mean? I can go till like 4 a.m. Bro, I was out, and it was weird. And apparently this dude's going around, he dropping shit in people's drinks, and I got ketamine, bro, and I don't remember none of it. I blacked out, and bro, my cousin got a video of me. He said like, bro, you look like a zombie. Like you couldn't even talk. I tried to fight the bouncers. I tried to fight the police. I tried to fight my sister. Like, bro, I woke up in jail because they found me with one of my shoes off, and I was like 4 blocks away from where we were even at. Because I dipped out my sister's friend's car. Don't remember none of this. And they found me asleep on the floor. Right?
I can't top this.
Now they would have been fine with this, right? But apparently they're like, yeah, you had marijuana on you. I'm like, I don't go out with no drugs. That's stupid. What? No. When I finally get out and I get home, my brother's like, yeah, bro. The dude that was like dosing everybody. He's like, yeah, he went to the bathroom, but he like was stumbling, and he like tripped, and he dropped a bunch of. It was on my phone, so you're good. He dropped a bunch of stuff out of his pockets. Sorry. He's like, bro, he dropped a bunch of stuff out of his phone, and one of them was a bag of weed. He's like, I would literally watch you. I'm sitting at the table, and I watched you watch this dude walk to the bathroom, drop it, and you just walked over, picked it up, put it in your pocket, walked away like nothing happened. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, it's probably like a whole 8, bro. Like, you definitely got caught up. I was like, damn. That was not fun explaining to my lawyer because I didn't remember I didn't know what happened. I had no clue. I was like, what? Where am I? What the fuck?
Man, you got multiple drugs from that guy that night.
Oh, for real?
Did you pull Lil Wayne? Like, I can't recall.
No, I had to be straight up to my lawyer. Like, look, I don't know what happened. I'm like, look, I know I'm not even supposed to be out here right now, but all I was doing was drinking. Like, I wasn't even smoking. I didn't do nothing. I was cool. I was fine. One moment, we're taking a tequila shot and I took 2 Corona beers. And I know I didn't overspend because I still had my $5 that I was like, yo, this is my extra for gas somewhere. Like, I'm not going to spend this because whatever I have left, this is going to be that guarantee. So I still had it in my pocket when I got out. So, like, he's like, bro, nah, you got drugged, bro. You definitely got drugged. And I'm talking to my lawyer about it, and he's just like, well, maybe that's the universe telling you something. Yeah, no, man. I'm cooling out now. I don't feel good anymore about popping out like this. That scared the shit out of me for a while, bro. I'm like, dude. I'm holding on to myself like a white girl. Like,
nah, this is my drink. I've heard some crazy stories.
I don't do that kind of stuff.
There's people who do it and they think they've died. Like,
bro, I don't do anything like that. I don't do any kind of no.
Have you seen the meme where it's like what's like on ketamine? It's just like the Sesame Street gang, but they have like guns and knives.
Nigga, that's what I was like. I was like, bro.
That's what shrooms are like for me. It's like fucking shit.
Let's go shoot some shit.
Shit gets like nightmarish.
Yeah,
people's looks get like really like not faded, like almost like faded away. Like
yeah, dude, I don't like looking at people's faces tripping on shrooms.
No, I don't like watching.
I don't like looking at people's eyes on shrooms.
I don't like tripping when I'm around a bunch of drunk people because it gets scary. It does get scary.
People get weird. Wild and confrontational. You know, like they're on. They have a different experience than you are.
Yeah, you're just on different trains.
What?
Yeah, it's better to be around people who are just smoking weed if you're on.
Yeah. People like when you're on acid, people who are drunk seem fast.
Because it's a downer, so like alcohol is a downer, so like people are slurred and they're just hype. Yeah, you know. So
exactly. What about you? What's your drunk story?
Oh, my worst drunk story. It's definitely not as crazy as Stacks, but anyway, it was my friend's 21st birthday. It happened in the same place, so it was in Cedar Falls. So it wasn't even my 21st birthday. I was probably like 23, 24. It was his 21st birthday. We went out as a big group, all our friends in Cedar Falls. And the last, like, past month or two, like, the times I drank, like, I didn't get drunk or didn't get very drunk. And I'm like, all right, I'm determined to get drunk tonight. And it's, like, worst attitude to have at the beginning of a night out. I'm like, I'm getting fucked up. So me and Trevor, shout out to Trevor, it was his birthday. But we're doing shots together, and we're just getting hammered. And I blacked out. I don't remember a lot of the night, but I was told somebody was selling condoms, like a bowl on the street, and I grabbed a handful of them and stuffed them in my pocket and didn't pay, and just walked off with my friends. They were yelling at me and stuff, and then my friends had to like go back and pay them. And then I guess I stole beer. Like someone had like a cooler of beer, and I just like took one and like tried not to pay for it. And then we went to Great Wall. You know Great Wall, the Chinese place? It's open like 3 in the morning.
Fire.
Went to Great Wall and I'm eating my food and then I puke in Great Wall. Like I didn't make it to the bathroom either. So I'm like, I puke on the floor in Great Wall and we go home. And then on the way home, I'm like still super fucked up. I'm like, hey guys, I'm hungry. And my brother's like laughing. Like, I wonder why.
On the floor.
Yeah, I just remember that being the worst for me as far as like, other than just getting super fucked up where I just felt like shit, you know.
Yeah. I feel like eating like nicer food like that while fucked up would like fuck up your stomach a little bit.
Yeah, but I've never gotten into any like crazy fights or arrested or anything when I'm drunk, thankfully, luckily. Yeah. So
that's good. Yeah, I wasn't really ever like a fighter.
We got away with all our shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I found out like if you go into a party not wanting to fight tnight, there's a 95% chance you're never gonna get in. You know,
right?
Like if you're just
it's
gonna
always
be
people
cool,
looking for it.
Yeah. So,
or some poor sap who's just.
Right. It was something
I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Damn, a bunch of drunk people. If you pissed one dude off and 5 of his friends jumped on you, like you'd be fucked up, you know. And that's a very real possibility at a big party. So it's a sketchy place.
I've been there, nigga. And it's like. You had to do the hootie hoo, ring gang. like, bro, I'm fighting one and I got 4 other ones jumping on me. Bro, we were at one party, it was a super fat, like, farmhouse party, like, huge. Like, there's probably like 400 people there. It was massive. And when I don't know, man, I walked in, just people just did not like me. I dressed certain way, act certain way. Like, I know who I am. I feel confident in myself. Like, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm just real. And like they didn't like it, and one of them tried to start shooting me, and his homies pull up, and here comes my cousin right behind me, and this dude's like, I don't know, probably 300 pounds. Like he's a big dude. He's strong as shit. And this dude literally picks me up one arm, puts me behind him, and goes, nah, not tonight. We're not doing that. I don't know how. There's 4 or 5 dudes right there. I don't have a gun or nothing, bro. We're not doing that. I'm not taking on all them niggas for you. You're drunk. Go back over there. Went outside. They tried to fight me. So, but I knew the owner of the house and shit, so he came out the right moment because it was about to really get bad. And yeah, you know. Things go down, you're right, bro, and they get big and wild. It gets
I've
wild.
definitely seen a lot, you know. I've definitely like seen people get jumped at parties and shit. And, like,
bro, have you ever seen like fight clubs in the garage type shit? For real.
I've done that. I've done that with my friends. Like if it's a group of like 10 guys getting drunk and we're all watching like fights on TV. Like, yeah, we'll do some planned stuff.
I'm talking like at the parties. You think you're going to the smoke room and there's a bunch of people in here just brawling for no reason. Everyone like, yo, get him, snaps out. It's like, crazy. Bro, what is this?
I guess I have seen a couple of those.
Bro.
Yeah,
especially like college parties.
Yeah.
College parties, like spring break type shit.
Do you guys ever go to anything like the dorms up there in Ames?
Not in Ames. When I was in college, I went to like one or 2 dorm parties.
Man. We used to.
Yeah, I used to want to go to Vusha and shit, but I never did.
Yeah, bro. Reason. I didn't get to either.
Yeah, I wish I was a part of that.
Y'all big partiers? Like, do y'all like going to parties still?
I used to be.
I used to definitely be, but I used to host a lot of parties, so
now
it's kind of been an event person.
Yeah, sure.
I've always kind of just been an event person.
Yeah, now you're just not caught. No,
I like partying. Just not.
Hey, I'm past that stage, okay? No, it's just more like, bro, you know, you grow up and like you find ways to take that and right in my mind, find ways to take the things you like or you at least you used to like to do or whatever. They don't have to die. Just use them in a lucrative way. Yeah. So like this, like with Midfest, we're not even really in it for the money right now. It's more like just making this a thing. That's
basically my thing. Like, I don't spend any money on throwing parties or anything. I don't try to throw parties anymore. Yeah. I just like throw a show every year.
Yeah, that way everybody gets something out of it, and we network, connect.
Don't drink as much as I used to.
Yeah,
it's a better use of it.
No, but for real, like we just, you know, I love hosting events. I love throwing parties. Like I definitely do. But I don't like having the whole house party scene and having to clean it up and deal with people and dumb kids and shit. Like I'm past all that crap. So stuff like this, like we can do that while we connect a bunch of artists, get a bunch of live music instead of a bunch of random people standing in corners on their phones. And you know what I mean? Like and get the communities involved. Like this, like that's just we're doing better things with what we already used to do.
Yeah. No, it's really cool to see you guys doing this, and honored to be a part of it. And I think it's gonna be cool.
I'm glad to have you.
Yeah, for real.
I don't like public speaking. I hate that shit. I know I don't want to host, so I've always just had one of the artists do it each year. Yeah.
Honestly,
so it's nice to have someone volunteer and be like, I actually want to do this.
That's why I was like, you know what?
Instead of having to ask someone, be like,
the Kaiser's funny as hell. Like, what if we just got him up on the stage and had him like.
Should be a good time.
People and like doing like interviews
just roast
and
everybody
and hosting it like that would be so much more funny.
They fucking looks like a mop on his
fun
head.
of the skaters falling on the mini ramp and shit.
Oh yeah, that was definitely happening a lot last year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, obviously within reason, because some people be a little sensitive, but like I feel like that would be so much more interactive and fun, and people
put me in a box, man.
People are gonna remember that, you know what I mean? And they're gonna be like, yo, we basically got a comedy show and a live music set. Like, bro, it was a festival. Like, that was lit.
I'll tell you the same thing I told the other people that had me live. I won't start a rally.
Yet.
I'll stop that.
Yet.
Once I start hearing too many Trumps, we're like, okay.
All right, guys, turn the trucks off. Diesel's spitting a little too much today.
It's a weird mix of people because it is at a house that's out in the country, and there are a lot of like country people that end up there. You know, it's kind of a crazy
group, a mix.
Big group.
Yeah. We had everything from
everybody's cool with each other, and everybody enjoys coming together. So like, why not?
We had everything from families and their kids there to like come to see some artists to like just homies just driving from states just to kick it and like do something.
Exactly.
It was just after, so like it was something for us to actually finally get on and do. And
yeah, exactly.
And it was definitely fun. So this year, man, that's why we're taking it a little more serious. We're actually make it really organized. So
awesome. Fuck yeah. I'm curious. What do you guys think about Trump? You think he's got a chance? What do you think about his indictment? Do you think that's
after what happened with the Capitol? I don't think he will ever be president again.
I think karma's just catching up.
I just don't see him actually being elected ever again.
Hell no.
That'd be so crazy.
If you look at the polls, it's like 63% to saying no to.
Yeah, those polls are bull. I wouldn't base off the polls.
I know, but
no, he really backstabbed a lot of his fan base, especially with the January 6th stuff. Like, because the next day he was like,
that and all of his team, everybody that worked with him, he's like, you're not shaking the fuck out of here. Fire.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fired. His own VP.
He thought he was still on the show, bro.
Yeah,
you're fired.
Yeah, it's interesting though, like. Like his response to what happened in Ohio, and like I almost feel like all this bad press and like quote unquote bad press and like the indictment stuff is almost gonna like give him fuel, or worse, it's gonna like we're gonna have the same thing that happened this last election where like the Democrats just gonna win because they'll vote for anyone.
They're like, bro, look, man,
they'll vote for dead people.
Whoever is not him, bro, you're a janitor. Good enough, bro. We'll teach you what to do.
But then you're gonna leave like an entire side of the country just like pissed, like they're convinced that like, oh, they took away they're gonna say I'm gonna have to cut this out, like the bleep the parts out, but like they took away our. And like they're gonna say all that, and that's gonna cause unrest.
YouTube, I guess.
I feel like it's been like that for.
I feel like
this next building up.
Yeah, I feel like this next election is like the trilogy. The end of the trilogy. It's like the stuff. Like
I feel like we talked about this last time.
Did we?
It's like
did we just?
I do have deja vu right now.
Think about how many people believe in like simulation theory and all this shit now. It wasn't like this like 5 years ago. Like people are like, "What the fuck is going on? This is weird."
Yeah, like look at those AIs, man. Look how good these AIs are getting. Where they're like recreating both voice and images. They have these like things where they take like Breaking Bad characters and they like make them like I saw one say it's like Balenciaga. Like if Balenciaga designed the Breaking Bad, and they're like, oh no, it's like sci-fi retro shit. And it's like Walter and Jesse like arguing about shit, and you're just like, what the fuck is going on?
What are we listening to?
Yeah. That's the scary part, right? Like when going back to AIs, like when they start like editing footage. Like when like our entire perception of reality becomes fabricated because like they have just gotten so good. Here's another thing, like porn. Like, I think there's going to be a point, like, because you have all these
porn
people.
drives tech for sure.
Sure. But here's the thing: all these women, they're putting their pussy on the internet, like doing OnlyFans and stuff. Eventually, that's going to become devalued because you're going to be able to just recreate that. Like, why wouldn't you just like, okay, I can either hire someone or just have an AI?
Like human connection, though. It's the same reason OnlyFans is successful. It's like people will pay because it's like a real girl, you know. Like
but you could program an AI to do that in theory.
Yeah, but I feel
you
like
could get it to be that good.
I feel like people will pay more for a real woman, it's like nudes, than they will for an AI.
I'm gonna say this
because I feel like it's more of a loneliness thing than a horniness thing sometimes. You know what I mean?
Sure, I mean, I feel that.
There's a lot of lonely guys out there.
You ever see her?
Well, I was gonna say, have you ever seen Idiocracy?
Yeah.
I've wanted to. The premise sounds.
Watch that.
Yeah,
love that movie.
It's been on my radar for a minute.
I think of that shit, and I'm just like, yeah, this is exactly where the world is coming from. Yeah, I think so. I think this the same guy. I'm just like, bro, this is exactly where the world's headed. Yeah, these people are. Bro, 2065 is gonna be a garbage dump. What do they say? The great trash avalanche of 65. Like, holy shit, bro! It's a whole island of just trash. Like, y'all are.
Yeah.
The like mental rate has gone. The IQ levels are like non-existent.
I'm very nihilistic about it at this point. I'm just like, let the dummies fucking
just
let them fight amongst
happen.
themselves. Yeah,
it's all nature, you know. It's still all nature. Everything that happens.
I'm a big believer in letting things just play out.
Yeah, it's all natural. That's I believe that with too technology, how it unfolds. It's all like technically nature.
Like I think even if it's bad, I think it's. Like, even if the outcome is bad, it's always worse to interfere, in my opinion.
Okay, global warming.
Because you hear about all these things, like we might have died off and kind of restarted, like with all our technology and everything. Like,
I mean, look at what happened. Like, whole civilizations have been full on destroyed, and then years later, new ones replace them. So,
okay, so
could be at a point.
So with global warming, yes, you have this thing happening that's affecting our forecasts, everything. It's bad. But what's worse, having that happen and having nobody have a job? Or just letting people continue to have a job and just letting the thing unfold. Because that's the problem. That's the approach. Is like, okay,
I think like with the AI and shit, I think our humans' next job is to figure out how to get off Earth and support life on another planet. Because you can only produce so much here. Yeah. So if you want to grow and advance and everything, like you're gonna have to get off the planet.
Yeah.
And like that's with the colonizing Mars and stuff. That's what Elon Musk thinks because he thinks we're here to give birth to artificial life to give that next push to advancement.
Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think about? Or have you seen the movie Interstellar?
No.
Oh, bro, you guys got to see that. That's a very.
When did that come out?
Would have been almost 10 years ago, like 2014.
Okay.
Around that time, I think it was that year. Christopher Nolan movie.
I probably like it. If it's
McConaughey's in it. Oh,
okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Swell dude.
Me too.
Yeah, but that whole movie is about like time and space and how like when you travel, how much like the planet has aged and progressed. Like he goes to a planet and back for like a couple hours, and his kids like age like 20 plus years.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's crazy, man. So like watching that, like that's kind of the problem with the space time, right? It's like, yeah, you can think of like, and that's probably don't understand about Elon. It's like, yeah, I mean, your best bet is trying to colonize on Mars. Probably that's probably the most realistic solution, but
it's not that big. So.
Exactly, it's not that big. Obviously, it doesn't have any vegetation. There's speculation that maybe deep in Mars they have water and
ice in there.
Yeah.
They could drill from.
Exactly.
It'd be a boring ass life. Like I have so many people, like so many friends that say, "Oh yeah, I'd be one of the first people to colonize Mars. I would go." Like hell,
have fun with that.
You want to live in the Arizona desert, like
imagine how much you would hate the people you're there with. You're stuck with those fuckers for the rest of your life.
We're not talking about the nice kid, like senior communities. Yeah. We're talking the desert.
They get really bad storms too.
The dust storms?
Yeah, like knocks fucking everything over. Like it's really, really intense.
Damn.
Well, that's how that one robot died. You hear about that?
I do kind of remember that.
I forget the name of it, but it was kind of a popular thing.
Yeah, or the aliens took it.
Well, it got like buried in a sandstorm.
Both.
And it's like its last message was like, "It's getting dark and my battery is low," or some shit like that. It's like some depressing story came out of it, and it was also the same robot that would sing "Happy Birthday" to itself every year on its birthday, I think. and a bunch of people shared it on social media, like thinking it's so sad. Like people were actually emotional about that.
Oh my god,
this poor robot. Well, see, then that goes right back into the AI. Like,
yeah, I was just thinking that.
Feel like
how easy is it
for these robots?
How easy is it for people to get involved in AI, like to get emotionally attached to like a program?
Pretty fucking easy.
They really have. They have that now. They have the dating AIs that like people actually use because they're fucking lonely and they're like dating like, GPT. Yeah,
they're like 10 years ahead of everybody and all crazy. That stuff.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy world we're living in.
It's wild,
guys. We've been going this for almost 2 hours. I think it's a good place to wrap up. Where can people find your stuff? Remind everybody again about your festival coming up or the show we got coming up.
So my only thing to say about that is look up the Facebook event page, Midfest 23, and then you got the Instagram page.
Yeah, Midfest ENT.
Send me it. We'll put it in the description below.
That sure. And I like to also say shout out obviously to our vendors and sponsors. Shout out to Caster. Shout out to Prime Wine and Spirits in Mason City. Shout out to Lit Life Clothing. All right. I see you boys. We got a lot of people involved this year, like with stuff. So.
Shout out to all the artists for sure. Shout out to Carter Hess for selling me that mini ramp. It's gonna be a good time at the show. Excited about
that. It's gonna be May 20th, Saturday, May 20th. I'm out there in Gardner. Check the flyers all over our social pages, all over our everything, man. Snap, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Midfest ENT on everything.
Shout out to Riley Assing for hosting.
Obviously.
Shout out to Michael Hagenau for providing the sound equipment.
Jacob for the
for
DJing.
Oh yeah, good DJ for sure. Shout out to all the artists.
All the artists, especially they're traveling. Like safe travels, obviously. But it's because we got like, a lot of people coming from hours and hours away. So flights even. So
and all the friends helping out with the show.
For real, man.
Hell yeah, this is gonna be a fun time, guys.
Sure.
Yeah, May 20th. That's gonna come before you know it.
It is just past a month away. So
yeah, damn. Stacks, you got any music coming?
Yeah, bro. Okay, so I've taken a lot of this winter. Like I've recorded a lot. Kind of went through that whole thing of losing my studio and losing a lot of my stuff, so I had to kind of redo a lot of things.
Oh damn.
So it's been a lot of rebuilding, but I've taken a lot of time out to like really focus on Midfest and like some of these other events.
So you don't really have much coming down the pipeline?
I do have a few. I got my song Finesse, a song for my brother releasing here soon, and I got Raising Cane's Summer Anthem. I got a few songs ready for the summer. Just wait on it.
Hell yeah, man. I'm excited. Guys, it's been a fucking pleasure having you on.
Oh yeah,
for sure, man. Thank you so much,
Kevin, Stvcksbvby.
Appreciate it.
Rest in peace, Suni Boi's family. I hope.
Real OG.
I hope he finds some solace.
It's been fun, man.
Yeah, it's been a fun time, guys. Cow Stars podcast every Monday and Thursday at 7 p.m. I know we took a really long hiatus there for a few weeks. Thank you guys for still tuning in and supporting. I really appreciate y'all. Go check out the website, cowstars.com. Check out our Patreon where you can find exclusive content there. We got behind the scenes shit. We got the behind the scenes that we did here. We'll probably throw that up. And yeah, it's a good time always here in the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, everybody. Have a good night.
Dudes.